Not in the way she walks, the way she talks, or the way she loves me. Just look at me. I'm like a monkey in a
Good morning,
coconut.
everyone. I thought I would treat myself to a nice comfort breakfast this morning. So we're having rolled oats and bloops, maybe a little dash of brown sugar for sweetness. And yeah, I'm going to slice up a banana as well. We've got loads of bananas to eat up there, so before they start going a little bit funky. To be fair, if they do start going a little bit funky, I'll make some banana bread loaf, because that's a nice little treat to have, isn't it?
You know I'm overjoyed, 'cause boy, oh boy, she's my gal. She asks me when I say let's go out dancing. Your place or mine, don't waste my time with romancing. She's wild, she's funny, doesn't care about clothes or money. She just cares for me, she's all I need, she's my gal. She speaks too loud and laughs too hard, and she drinks too much. Her manners and her language makes a grown man sweat.
Oh my god, the lighting at this time of year is just shocking here in the UK when it comes to filming. It's morning and I'm sat right here by the window. I'm not exactly dressed yet. I'm going to get dressed at last minute because Ash is taking me into town after he's been home for his breakfast brunch, and I've got a haircut booked in finally. It's like wedding prep week. I was scared that I weren't going to get booked in because it was just getting really difficult to get an appointment. As you can see, this is my hair naturally air dried last night after my shower, and it just needs a really good cut and shaping around the face, and then also my bangs need a good chop as well. So I can't wait. Is it just me, when you get a nice new cut, it just like lifts your face, it lifts your whole face, like it's the best thing ever. But yeah, I'll get dressed later after I've eaten my breakfast. I don't know if it's because I've been cooking these, or if it's because I'm pregnant, or is it just a really mild October? Let me know in the comments. I've just been feeling super hot, but I can't like go off my judgment because of pregnancy. Anyway, this is smelling absolutely delicious right in front of me, so I'm gonna eat this. And I'll probably be in a food trance the whole time, so I will pop you guys on a time lapse because I can't think and eat at the same time, especially whilst I'm pregnant. That was delicious. I did leave some oats because I always overdo it with the oats. Does anybody else? I'm same with pasta. If I cook pasta, I always overcook it, like cook too much. I can't seem to measure it because it swells, doesn't it? Same as oats. Anyway, ooh, excuse me. I did manage to eat my banana and blueberries first. This is not a breakfast I would eat every day. It's quite filling, isn't it, oats? Yeah, it's not something I would have every single day. It's like a comfort food for me, like if you're having one of them cozy days. And yeah, usually around this time, hubby comes home for brunch and he makes me eggs and avocado, but I have it every single day. Now, I do love it. I'll never get sick of it, but I just fancied a change today. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to clean up and get myself ready and then nip into town and go and get my hair chopped.
I'm still thinking about it later on.
Special promotional tube of Pringles and scan them below to help her grow with well-being advice. Selected stores, subject to availability, may exclude
The new Fat 5 has dropped. Get goodness for less with a 600-gram bag of satsumas was $1.29, now just 89p. A 610-gram pack of pears was $1.49, now 99p. And a 250-gram of sweet blueberries was $1.25, now just $1.29. Asda, that's more like it. On the unrestricted October selected stores and lines subject to availability may exclude Asda Express and small stores, asda.com/small stores.
That's all right. Cheers, thanks.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that.
Hi everyone. We're in the bathroom. Sorry about the lighting up here. It's awfully October grey blue skies today. I've had to put the big light on here in the landing, so this is the best we're going to get, okay? but it's time to dye the hair. So I'm back from the hairdressers basically, and I've got a different girl today who cuts it usually, and yeah, she's trimmed it well and popped in the layers, but you might be able to notice or not notice much has changed. I have had a trim. I can feel that I've had a trim, but she didn't take much off. It's me. I should have said when I finished, can you take a bit more off? Because if I go to get my hair cut, like, I don't half-arse anything. I want to feel like I've had it cut, like a really blunt cut. Anyway, the dead ends have come off at the end of the day, so I might have to go again before New Year, but we'll see. But yeah, I don't feel like much has changed with it, but I have had it trimmed. Also, I walked home. It was wonderful in the fresh air. So that's my steps in for the day and just my fresh air, nature. I just love being outside this time of year. The walk home was beautiful. You could smell all the log fires. The walk home with the tree-lined streets, it gives me life. Like, I tell Ash this all the time, but I used to dream of like walking home from school to a big house on a tree-lined street, and now we live on one, and it's like, that will be our little girl, maybe, if we're still here. Anyway, we're here because I picked up a hair dye. So this is my next job. We are going to colour my hair. So I wanted to show you what I use. It's this Clairol Nice and Easy in the shade 6 Light Brown. This is what it looks like. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it in Savers in most places that you shop, really. Sometimes Home Bargains do it, sometimes B&M Bargains do it, sometimes they don't. So I always pick one up because I use the same one all the time, and it does depend what your hair is naturally as to what colour it comes out. My natural colour is like a chestnut brown. I do have the odd greys now coming through because we're 14 January 40. Like, especially like around the sides, you know, like these little bits here, you can see the odd one sometimes. And yeah, this is what I use all the time, the same one. It's just low maintenance. It costs what, £5-6 roughly, and I need to do that every like 6 to 8 weeks, so it doesn't break the bank. Like I said, I go for a nice trim. Usually it's a bit better than that, but every 6 months, and that keeps my hair in really good condition. I try and keep the heat off my hair as much as possible when it comes to styling. Like, I won't blow dry my hair. I'll let it air dry if I can, and things like that. Just being mindful and using like heat protection sprays if I do use heat tools. Why am I telling you this? Because consistently I get asked what colour is my hair, what I use on my hair for this colour, and some people say that it looks more redder toned in the light, and it does. This is like a warm chestnut brown, and on my hair personally it looks quite dark in certain lights, just like normal brunette vibes, and then when the light shines on it, it gives it this auburney, warmer tones, which I love. I love that because it really like goes well with my eyes. Like, I've got like golden eyes which change colour. They're like a hazel, so they go brown to green to golden depending on the sun and things like that. Anyway, so yeah, like a golden brown it is. And yeah, I get asked consistently, and I have done for the last like how long I've been dyeing it for, really. So the last 4 years on YouTube, every now and again I'll get a comment, what do you use on your hair? And I say this all the time. So that's why I'm showing you this. It's time to do the hair, so I'm going to do it with you now on camera, and we're going to have a fresh colour, and hopefully it'll feel like it's been cut once I've styled it as well. So I've put on an old shirt. This is the shirt I use for painting in the renovation. I always keep a set of renovation clothes. And obviously when you're hair dyeing, you don't want to be getting it anywhere. So we're here in the bathroom, and so that there's less mess as possible, we do not want to be getting this on the new carpet. So prevention is better than cure. I've got an old shirt on, like I said, and I'm going to pop this on my hair and then run a nice hot bath this afternoon. Oh, guys, also, I picked up this Radox. I love Radox bubble bath. It's my favourite. It's really affordable, and I just love it. I always have done since I were a kid. Anyway, I've never seen this one before, so it's new to me. And this is the Cozy Cabin Winter Edition. And I could not resist. I picked that up from Savers. And this is a spiced orange and vanilla scent bath soak. So I've got one of those to add to my collection. I think it were about £1.50. Oh, it's very orangey. Am I getting vanilla? I'm not getting much of the vanilla, but I am getting the orange. Anyway, we're not going to use that today because I'm not quite there yet. I'm a very seasonal girl, and yeah, come November, December, that is probably the one I'll reach for. What others have I got in my collection? So this is the one I've been using at the moment. So this is the Radox again. Black pepper scent and ginseng, and it's like a red. Turns the bath red as well, which I thought was very, very in keeping with October. Oh, that is amazing. Yeah, that is so nice. Oh, what have I got up here? This is another winter edition, bauble season. So this is the blackcurrant and thyme scent. Sorry guys, I couldn't tell you where I got this one from, but I generally shop in Boots and Savers mainly, and like B&M and Home Bargains, and that's where I'll usually pick these up from. So this is meant to be blackcurrant and thyme. I'm not getting the blackcurrant. Am I getting the thyme? I don't know what I'm getting, but we can't trust my judgment at the moment, you know, with the smells and things like that. So I think I'm going to use up and go with my black pepper and ginseng. This is more October vibes, and we'll pop these Cozy Cabin winter editions away in my stash, clearly. Okay, so I'm going to pop you on a time lapse, and I'm going to pop this hair dye on my hair. I'm not going to talk you through it because I just go off the instructions, and you guys know how it works. I've been doing this for years now. Hello, it's me, Wednesday, from the Addams family. So this is what we end up like. I'm going to pop this in a claw clip on top of my head. We're going to wait for around 20 to 25 minutes. I usually do the colour all over and not just the roots, because I always feel like the ends need a refresh as well. So yeah, I'll just do it all over, and yeah, we're gonna run a bath in the meantime for when we're finished.
Now, you probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun. This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
What's Daddy doing with the vlogs?
Sit down in my practice.
You've got quite the setup here, husband. You're taking this very seriously, aren't you?
You've got to be careful.
What are we doing with my legs?
You have to sit back.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm in the gynecologist's office. Can you see?
I'm just doing it very gently.
Okay.
I've got the guard on there now.
See. Oh, so it's not going to cut me?
No. I'm just going to take it nice and slowly.
Thank you. Tickling.
But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, they seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. And out of a sudden, you came through the door. At the next table, you're whisking neat the
Gosh, what a morning. I've not vlogged this morning because this is the first time I've sat down, and it is, I haven't got a watch on, but I think it's coming up lunchtime. We had a midwife appointment this morning, super early. I'm not going to vlog while I'm in there, obviously. Yeah, and it was a positive experience. We heard baby girl's heartbeat. Ashley teared up listening to her heartbeat, and you know, just had a general chat. Everything's okay, and basically they said that they will start to see us more often now because we're on the cusp of the 3rd trimester. I think I'm in the 3rd trimester now. I'm 25 weeks. So yeah, that was that. Oh, happy All Hallows Eve, by the way, tonight. Yeah, it's Halloween today, 31st of October. And I don't really celebrate Halloween. I know I decorated with the witches' hats. Do you know what? Going forward, it's going to be quite difficult. I've thought about this. And like, you know, as a Christian, we celebrate All Saints' Day, which is tomorrow. Do I believe in Halloween? Absolutely. Like, the meaning spiritually behind it tonight. So stay prayed up, everybody. But yeah, moving forward for the future, it's like, how do we deal with having children at this time of year in today's world? Because I don't want my child to feel like she's missing out. I don't want to push her so far towards Christianity and not let her celebrate anything, because I feel like that'll have the opposite effect where they think they're missing out, so they go the opposite way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, a question to my fellow Christians out here. Let me know how you go about having kids around like Halloween time. Although, you know, I did do my own research and I read an article, can't remember where I sourced this article from, to be honest with you, but I read an article and it said that it was about Christians and Halloween, and it did say that Christians sometimes celebrate Halloween and let the children dress up for Halloween because they blend in with the spirits, so they're not a target or something like that. Anyway, yeah, so there's that. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, moving on. Made a hot chocolate. It's the first time I've sat down this morning. I'm absolutely famished as well, so I'm going to make some lunch after we've done this segment of the video and wrapped up this vlog. So I thought I'd give you a little hair update. Fresh colour, and as you can see, back to brunette. It does turn out a little bit darker when I first put the dye on, and then over time, after it washes and washes and washes, excuse me, it gets a little bit more warmer toned. I've popped in my hair extensions today as well, so feeling really full and bouncy. Okay, so last night, how funny. Right, TMI, but this is like real life problems, pregnancy problems. I can't see past the bump now. Do you know where I'm going with this? Girly things and keeping trim, so to speak. Basically, I'm finding it difficult to maintain my lady area downstairs, and hubby kindly offered to help me out with that. However, I'm really embarrassed by letting him do that. I know he's seen me a million times. We've been together 16 years. But I don't know why. I just feel really embarrassed that he's doing my hygiene, lady shaving. You know, like, they're the things that you want to be doing on your own. And I don't know, I just feel really debilitated. I've been putting it off and putting it off. Anyway, it's getting crazy downstairs. So I had to let him, you know, get the old shaver out last night on me. So I left you off last night. Oh my god, how funny that was, having him do that. Anyway, I don't know what I was bothered about. It wasn't that bad. He did a good job. And yeah, I feel all fresh now. Let's just say that. Anyway, everybody, I thought we would sit down this afternoon, finish off this vlog with baby girls' names list. I keep getting asked on Instagram, am I doing a baby names, girls' names video? You know, guys, I did a baby boys' names we won't be using video. It's linked in my pregnancy playlist, and I'll pop that down in the description box down below. But basically, obviously, we're having a girl now, so we did the baby boys' names that I definitely won't be using. That's if she doesn't come out a boy, because we still haven't had that second confirmation from the NHS. So she's a girl until she's a boy at the moment. Anyway, I am so sorry if you can hear the bin men outside. All the windows are open. I just needed all the fresh air flowing through the house. It gives me life. And yeah, they'll soon pass by. So sorry if that's a little bit of a distraction. But here I do have some baby girls' names that I'd like to share with you all. And just before we get through this little list of names that I've got down here that we love, I just wanted to say that Ash has actually fallen in love with a name for baby girl, and he is absolutely convinced that this is her name. He keeps referring to her as this name already, and it's so sweet because when we did the gender scan, the private gender scan, and we first found out that we were having a girl from that scan, he had this name pop into his head on the way home from that scan, and he's been convinced ever since. It's really rather beautiful, if I do say so myself. However, I have said to him not to tell anybody the name because things can change right up until she's born. And I've heard it so many times, like when the baby's born and he's actually here and you're looking at them and you're like, oh, you don't look like a whatever name you had in mind. You actually look like one of these names maybe on the list. So I've told him that that could happen, so not to say anything. And so yeah, we've decided to keep baby girl's potential name a secret until she's actually here. And when we announce baby girl to the world, to you guys and on social media, we will reveal her name, obviously, at that point. So that's where we're up to with names, her actual name. And I know some of you are going to ask if the name appears on this list. It could do, it could not do. So annoying, I'm sorry, but you know what it's like. And so yeah, without further ado, let's go through this list I have here of baby girls' names and we'll discuss them. So the first one on the list is Amelia. I just think it's really, really pretty. It really suits the middle name that's a definite for this baby girl. I wanted a middle name that would flow into our awkward surname really well and rolls off the tongue really well, because we do have, and I mentioned this in the baby boys names video, we do have an awkward surname. Some things just don't sound right because of the surname. It doesn't flow very well, and it's important for it to flow well for me. For example, I always think it's really good to have a name and a surname with the same initials. I always think it flows really well, like Suzy Salmon. Have you seen that film? What a good film that is. Anyway, getting sidetracked. So yeah, I do have a middle name that's a definite for a baby girl. Despite whatever name we choose, this middle name goes with every single one of these names you're going to hear today, and works really well alongside then our surname. So whatever name, middle name and surname, and it flows really well and lovely. So I can't wait to share that with you once the baby girl's here. So I just thought I'd let you know that there's a middle name. But yeah, Amelia is the first name. I just love how it sounds on the tongue. It's very pretty. I find it quite vintage. And yeah, I just really like that name. The next name I have on the list is Alice. I just think that's just such an adorable name. I just think it's beautiful. Like Alice in Wonderland. It gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes for obvious reasons. I just think it's just really, really pretty and underrated. And you don't get many Alices around. And yeah, Alice is on the list. Next name on the list is Sophia. And I just think that's really, really pretty again. I just love how it sounds. It rolls off the tongue really nicely. It's quite a pretty name. And that's on the list. The next one on the list is Heidi. Heidi. I just think it's super pretty. And again, it's not commonly used. And that's why I really, really like it. And I can imagine her as a Heidi. The little girl I imagine in my head could potentially look like all these names. Like really pretty, dark hair, little bows. I don't know, like quite vintage. Very demure, very cutesy. Rides horses. The next name on the list here is Bella. Yeah, I just think it's really, really pretty, very Italian inspired. It means beautiful. And I just like the way it rolls off the tongue. They're all A's on the end, are they? No, they're not. Heidi and Alice have not got A's on the end. Sophia and Amelia have got A's on the end, which I like the sound with the A on the end. The next one is quite traditional and I just really like it. Charlotte. And I know that's quite a common name. Again, it's a royal name. I do like the royal names for boys in the last video that we did like this. And yeah, she'll probably be called Lottie for sure if she were to be called Charlotte. In fact, we do have to think, don't we, about all of the nicknames with these names. I don't think you can have a nickname with Heidi. It's got to be just Heidi, hasn't it? Like, what else can you do with that name? Alice, you can't really have a nickname for Alice. You have to use the full name, which I love about that. Bella, well, the only thing you can do with that is call her B or Belle, which is then French. Don't really like Belle. Sophia, you can't really change that much, can you? Sophie, for short. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you're saying Sophie, you might as well say Sophia. I feel like they're two different names. Charlotte, however, you can shorten to Lottie. I don't know if you can get any other names out of that or not. Anyway, I love the name Charlotte. I think it's lovely and traditional. We have been joined by a little one here who's probably going to be kerfuffling and snuffling behind me, so I do apologise. You can see his little shadow, can't you, on the chair? Ralphie! He does love a fluffy like throw and a fluffy chair. This is what I've got to contend with, everybody. I'm going to have a baby soon and then this little baby as well, so two. No, I'm filming. Say hello on the vlogs. Mummy's filming on the vlogs. Yeah, say hello to everybody. Hi guys. Okay, last two names. The next one is Nancy. I haven't shared that one with hubby yet. He probably won't like that. But I do. I think it's really nice. I think it's really nice. It sounds iconic, doesn't it? It's not as traditional and as pretty as the others, but I think that's a really nice name. And then finally, the final name is Sage. And it's only recently I heard that name, and it is very trendy, if you ask me. Very unique, and I do like to stay away from unique names. Sage, like calling the child after a herb. I don't know. I don't know. I like it though. So yeah, it's on the list. And yeah, I'll let you guys give me your thoughts and opinions down below on that one. So everybody, that's a wrap. I'm going to end the vlog here on that note. And please do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I love to chat with you all down there as usual. And also, if you've got any more suggestions, because we've got a little while yet until baby girl's here, if you've got any more like really pretty, really vintage suggestions, please tag me on Instagram in them, DM me, or leave them in the comments down below. And yeah, I'm planning to have a really cozy afternoon. I'm going to make a cottage pie for dinner tonight, so I'm going to prep that this afternoon and just potter around the house, do some washing, cleaning, the usual boring bits, just having a really, really cozy wozy day. Thanks again for joining me in today's video, and I will see you in Sunday's vlog. Bye guys.